Hello, my name is Michael with the Clearview Library District, and welcome to an online edition of The Works. The Works is for kids ages 6 to 12 who like to tinker, build, get messy, and explore. And it's a way for you to engage in science, technology, engineering, art, and math, or STEAM. And every other week, I'll have a new project for you to try at home. I'll be focusing on a different part of STEAM learning every week. This week, we're just working with some art, and we're going to do some pop up thank you cards. A lot of people just enjoyed some holidays recently, and a nice thank you card is a good way to show you're grateful. And this is a thank you card that is super easy to make, and we do have kits available at the library for the previous week up until this is released on Thursday, January 14th. So you can always call the library and arrange library takeout to pick up the kit. However, this kit is mostly stuff that you'll have at home. So this kit, what we need here is a couple pieces of paper. So I have some blue paper, some white paper. This blue paper is cardstock. It's kind of handy if you have a thicker paper or cardstock as one piece. Excuse me. And so you'll also want a glue stick, some scissors, and then either some markers or crayons or something you can color the paper with. So in the kits at the library, there's a variety of different colors of paper and some cardstock, some crayons, etc. But again, this is stuff that you should probably have at home as well. So what we're going to do today is make a pop-up card, and you can kind of choose whichever color you want the outside of the card to be. I'm going to choose the cardstock just because it's thicker. It's going to be easier to kind of fold in and hold everything together. So this won't take too long. I'm going to go ahead and move my camera down so you can see what I'm working with. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So I already started a few things here, but I'm going to finish by just cutting this cardstock so it is more card sized, and then we're going to fold it in half, give a good crease there, and that's going to be the basis of our card, like so, right? Perfect. Set that aside for a second. Now, this is the part where you're going to get to color your other piece of paper. So you're going to grab another piece of paper. This could be the thinner, regular printer paper. Now, I already colored sort of a rainbow. You can do any design you want, any color you want. You might want to get creative and do completely different designs, different colors. I just went for easy sort of rainbow. And then I'm going to cut this so it only includes the colored part, and we're going to save the other part of the paper for a second. So as you can set that to the side, we're going to still use that. So now we have just this colored piece of paper. I'm going to lay it in my card to just make sure it will fit. And I'm going to go ahead and we're going to cut this side of the piece of the cardstock. I'm just doing that so we have the same widths of the piece of paper. Roughly. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's about right. All right, cool. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to start folding this piece of paper. So we're going to fold it in small increments of maybe 1/4 inch, maybe 1/3 inch of an inch. So we're going to fold up, flip it over, fold up, flip it over, and we're just going to keep doing that across the entire length of this rainbow here. So you can pause the video, you can color or marker the sheet of paper, you can do the cuts, and then join me at this part. So we're basically, it's sort of making an accordion. We're just folding each side, flip and fold, flip and fold. Perfect. Okay, cool. So now we have this, like an accordion, right? And what we're going to do is glue it to our card somewhere across the top here. So I'm going to take my glue stick and give it a good layer of glue. On that side, and then the other side. These are the sides that are going to come in contact with our card stock. All right. Then we're going to go ahead and set that side down with the glue. Put it on the other side. And then kind of make sure it folds shut like it's supposed to. Actually, if you put one side on and then just smush the other side of the card on it, that's probably an easier way to go. And then I have some uneven edges here, so I'm going to just trim those off. All right. Now you want to wait for a bit to let that glue dry, but here's what happens when you open the card. All right, and you can actually, if you want, you can make you don't have to cut the white piece of paper with the coloring on it, so it opens up all the way. You can make that longer if you want. It's kind of up to you, but you get the idea. When that card opens, it reveals the drawing there. You can have a drawing. It could be something you cut out of a magazine. It could be a rainbow like I did. There are a lot of options. And what I'm going to do with this extra piece of paper is just cut out some easy little clouds. We're going to also glue in there. There's one. I'm going to do one more. And again, you could do hearts, you could do stars, whatever you want. And I'm going to glue those into our card as well. Okay, so I made two little happy face clouds, and I put faces on them, and I put little speech bubbles with thank you in them. You could do whatever you want, but again, then you might want to put a book on it, let it dry, make sure it dries flat, and then you could decorate the outside of it with more clouds, drawing, whatever you want. But that's the main idea. You open it up, there's the rainbow, there's the thank you, and you can go ahead and give that to somebody you want to thank. So thank you for joining me today on The Works from the Clearview Library District, and we will see you next time.